What's up, YouTube? Today I've got a pretty good one for you, and it's the easiest way to hit your protein goals with or without protein shakes. Let's get into it. We've all heard it before, and your macros are key when it comes down to nutrition as well as your calories, and whether you're in a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit. I think that's starting to become the norm and what everybody focuses on. And it's good, but we also want to look at quality nutrition and find out the best ways to hit our macros, especially our calories and our protein. Those are the main two focus points on today's video. The best way I can explain this is with an example. So I'm going to use my own calculator on my website at daddegree.com, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Let's take a look. When you're on my website, daddegree.com, from the homepage, you can head on over to the fitness tab and click on the free fitness calculators. Once you're on that page, scroll on down and you'll find my calorie calculator. I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to set it to maintenance. I'm going to put the weight in at 160 pounds, and it really doesn't matter which diet plan you prefer. But for this illustration, I'm going to pick the balanced nutrition plan, and I'm going to click calculate. This is going to spit out your numbers for your calculated calories, protein, carbs, and fats. As you can see, we've got the numbers pushed out right here. It comes out to 2,240 calories, 64 grams of fat, 240 carbs, 176 grams of protein. I get it. When you're looking at these macros and these goals, they could be a little daunting, especially if you have not dieted before or you haven't planned out a diet before and you've just went in there willy-nilly. Guys, this is the easiest way to diet because you have a plan and you have an approach. You have goals set and you know what you're aiming for. So now, how do we hit these goals? What is the easiest way to make sure that we're in our calorie range and we're hitting our protein goals? Let's take a look. So now we've got to hit these macros that are right here on the screen. How do we do that? Honestly, guys, do not overthink this. If you want to eat 5 meals in a day, divide it by 5. If you want to eat 3 meals in the day, divide it by 3. If you want to do 3 meals and 2 snacks, you know what to do. I'm going to use an example of splitting these macros and calories into 4 different meals. So for the example, this comes out to 560 calories per meal, 16 grams of fat, 60 carbs, and 44 grams of protein. Now, how the heck do we hit those macros every single meal? Well, I'll show you. I always start with the protein goal. I don't worry about anything else. I just make sure that any meal that I'm eating is hitting that protein goal. My favorite way and favorite approach is to track the calories at least for the first 1 to 2 weeks, and I weigh out my foods as well. And that's when I'm being very, very strict on my diet, or when I don't know what 44 grams of protein looks out of a piece of chicken or some lean ground meat. Guys, you're going to have to learn these things. So take out a scale, put the plate on it, start weighing out your protein first. You always start with the protein and get in the realm of your goals, whether it's 60 grams, 30 grams, today it's 44. So we want to hit 44 grams of protein. Next, you're going to aim for fruits and vegetables as well as starchy carbs. I always start with fruits and vegetables first, and then I'll weigh out my starchy carbs, and I'm going to try and get into that goals range. And then I'll weigh out fats or sauces. Sauces are always last for me, especially when I'm focused on fat loss. So if I have room to add some healthy fats, whether it's extra virgin olive oil or some avocado, or maybe you're just getting trace fats from your eggs with your protein goals, if you mixed eggs with egg whites and maybe some lean meats, if it's a breakfast, lunch, or a dinner, doesn't matter. Don't get caught up if you have a meal that goes over some of your calories or even different macros, or say you don't hit your protein goals during one meal because you wanted a different type of meal. That's fine. Go for it. Splurge a little bit. But then pick up the slack in the other meals that you're planning for the day or throughout the week so that your calorie intake average as well as protein intake averages out for the entire week. That is the most important thing to look at. I always like to use a fitness calculator when I'm doing this, and my favorite fitness calculator is Nutrition IX. I do take protein shakes from time to time. My stomach is pretty sensitive. I am lactose intolerant, so I have to be careful of what I take in. The overall balance of your nutrition is what is going to work best. So make sure you're staying consistent with your nutrition. Make sure you figure out what your portion sizes should be. Make sure you're in the realm of your macros. 5 or 10 macros off is not going to ruin your diet. And enjoy foods that you like, because you want this diet to be sustainable for the long term. Unless you're going for a short sprint and then you go into a sustainable diet after that. Maybe you want to do a mini cut and just shed some extra pounds for a vacation coming up, and you can do a 2-week or a 3-week diet. That's fine. I've done that. I'm actually going to be doing a mini cut here shortly, and I'm going to document every step of the way. But this is my favorite approach to dieting and to hitting my calorie and macro goals. Anyways, I hope this brought some information to you and helped you out with planning out your diets. Stay tuned for some more information like this. I'll catch you later.